Oh, Stripey's right there. He was trying to gently get past Tux. Yeah. Here you go, Tux. Hi. Hi. Good morning. We are going to be 72 here today, or so they say. The other day we came home and it smelled like chemicals out here, really bad, like somebody had burned something besides wood. And this morning I woke up and opened up the bathroom blind to the outside, and our neighbors up in the cul-de-sac were burning things, and it looked like it was things that weren't leaves and things. And so I'm out here now and I'm smelling chemical smell. I mean, you guys know I don't approve or like burning anyway in a residential setting, and then to be burning things that cause caustic chemicals, it's troubling. I don't know if it's still going on, and it looked like it mostly wasn't coming this way. So for it to still smell bad, yeah, it's out now. But the grandson doesn't live up there anymore, but he's basically running his business out of the house, which is fine, but just don't burn stuff. It's nice. It's going to be 73 today. I'm headed for my shopping. It should be a nice day to be driving down the road. I'll actually get to try out 12.6.4 on Ruby. Won't get Ruby dirty, although she's a little dusty, but yeah. Good morning, Gray. Hi. Good morning. How's my good girl? Good girl? It's around 9:20. We're out here. We've made good time. We can probably do the pogo loop twice and the track once. Grab trash. We'll see. It's pretty. It's warm enough. It's not bad. I'll take it. Don is on a conference call though. Yesterday when we pulled up, you know, there were all these cars in the parking lot, and in the actual gym room there was never more than 6 people. More between 3 and 5. And almost all of these cars were, I'll delicately say, old farts playing pickleball. That's what they were doing. I guess this is a hybrid. It's got 2 flaps. It's an X5, X-Drive 50E, whatever that means. But I just didn't want you to think I didn't notice the 2 flaps. Our walk's going good. There's a couple of bluebirds on top of the fence over there. Hopefully they're checking out that bluebird box. Don's off his call. A lot of trash in the park this morning. He held the bag open for me. I bent over 40 times at least picking up the trash. I saw one of the ladies inside yesterday. She goes, "You are the guys that keep the park clean, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry. We'll still be walking outside enough to make a difference." And somebody left a ton of cardboard in the electronics recycle, because you know cardboard is electronics, right? People, please make better decisions for your fellow man. Have fun without me.
Oh, joy, yes, that's what I'm going to do, just having all this fun working.
Yeah, his conference call,
yeah,
put to-dos on his plate.
Items. Oh,
God. I'm so sorry. Well, action going and getting the groceries.
There we go.
In the pretty sunshine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, you enjoy yourself.
I will. What you gonna do with the garbage truck? You know, I noticed the very first thing on 12.6.4, she didn't red hand me like the minute she started driving. Huh. Surely this truck is stopping for this. Well, you really can't do that, Ruby? Okay, you're going to do it on a double yellow line. I mean, that's what I would have done. But I would have gotten not quite as close to the garbage truck. And I might would have flown around the truck. I don't know, maybe 1 notch less cautious. I don't know. You certainly don't want to hit any garbage guys doing their job for us. So I was gonna say, when I got distracted by the garbage truck, was that I was thrilled that Lars announced that they have the S and the X hold a special place in their hearts over there at Tesla, the people that have been around for a while, and that they plan to refresh again. Okay, Ruby, you could go anytime now. It's totally green. Fail. I did tap the accelerator because she just wasn't going. There's nobody behind me, but still the other cars at the intersection must have totally thought something was going on there. Yeah, I'm thrilled. So, you know, there's a lot of people wanting engagement content by asking, you know, what do folks want? But I'll typically Holmar's catalog or Teslaconomics, I will give them feedback because they do seem to have people from Tesla looking at their content. You know, like I believe it might go someplace. Somebody I've never heard of before, probably not. There's a couple of new people that might have enough popularity, but anyway, I gave them my list. I put at the top grok and please with a watchword, because pressing a button is so 7 or 8 years ago now, you know. Don't want to have to press a button. I don't care if they make it option to make some people in their privacy happy, but for me, I want the wake word to pick it up. You just call it my car's name, Ruby, and that'll be good. Although I suppose going down the road, Ruby this, Ruby that, I probably just keep grok. So, I don't know. Anyway, that was exciting news. I would like the option of an X that has grok and hardware 5, a front camera, the new proximity to open the trunk, power front be nice, and there's a Rivian. I waved. You know, I expect suspension, charging curve, range, sound dampening, all of these things to just incrementally improve each time. So I didn't, I said that, but I didn't specifically list that because that's a given to me. That's not something I should have to request. Apparently there's a mix of people saying the car already looks great, don't mess with how it looks, it's iconic the way it is, versus, you know, we want to see the light bar. So I don't know. So I finished Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir on Audible, and I gotta say that was one of the best stories and narrations. I think it was Ray Porter, of any Audible book, or really any, book that I have had the pleasure of. Is this a Maki? Yes. It was excellent. Project Hail Mary, excellent. Now I'm probably going to go back and listen to The Martian because Will Wheaton, some of you should know who that is. That was Wesley Crusher on Star Trek The Next Generation with, Patrick Stewart, Jean-Luc Picard back in the day, TNG. And I listened to the sample and it sounds like he does a really good job. So I think I'm going to listen to The Martian, even though I've watched the movie like 4 times now. I've never read the book or listened to the book. But I started Artemis, which is his 3rd major book. I think he's got some short scientific stories, novellas, papers, some other things out there. But his 3rd book is Artemis. And I would have to say that so far, Artemis just isn't cutting it for me. I'm going to finish it. It's about 6 hours shorter than Project Hail Mary. It was in the 8-hour range. Project Hail Mary is a really long book, really long Audible title, coming in at like 14 hours. I love them long. I get invested in my characters. I like to go back and spend a little more time with trusted friends in my book. I'll do 5 or 6 book collections just to not have to go through the work of learning new characters all over again and just staying with characters that I really like. But anyway, I'm going to finish Artemis, but so far I'm very mixed on it. It's set on the moon. It's the main character's a woman. The narration is done by a woman. I don't know. It's just, and that's not why I don't love it. It's just very different from his other stuff. And so far it hasn't captured me, but maybe it's fixing to pick up now. Got probably 2 hours of the 8 invested and some things are happening. So we'll see. I'll let you know when I finish it up. I saw what I thought was a flashing light coming behind me, and I realized I was going too fast, so I hit the brake. And it's not a police car. She knows it's 35 here, but she was doing over 45, and it tends to be a speed trap in this area, so you really wouldn't want to be doing 45 coming up to this stoplight here. It just probably not a good idea. So I can't test whether she was going to get me into the lane I want to go in today or not, although I have to say, back this far, I'm not going to make it through anyway. Will the dump truck make it through? I bet he runs the light. So hopefully being in the left lane will be okay here. They really need to adjust this light to give it about another 30 seconds because people are backed out of the double turn lane all the time. There's that many people turning left, and I just think for the safety of this area here leading up to the light that it would be really good if I knew the dump trucks were going to run the light. No way he wasn't running it. And that's how it is every time over here. At least a couple of cars run the light. And they could fix that by... And imagine if the people weren't running the light and we already can't fit into the double turn lane. I'm not really condoning running the light, but I get it. I've done it a time or two. I get it. Yeah, I never got back into FSD mode because there was so much going on. And right as I went to get on the turnpike, this dump truck carrying a heaping load of uncovered dirt basically cut over right in front of me there at the last minute and then proceeded to go faster than was probably good for him on the on-ramp. And when I got out here, I went past him, but wow, what is going on with that Acura there spilling water out the tailpipe? That was a lot of water too. That wasn't just a little bit of water. Never seen that before. I've been driving a long time. I don't know. You guys tell me what would cause water to come out of the tailpipe like that. I started to put FSD on one time up here because I'm right in front of the dump truck. And she wanted to get over into the right lane and I guess let him go past me and slow down more than what I wanted to be doing. So I said, no, I'll just drive things. Because I don't want to be behind the dump truck. Only positive thing I can say about this one is, excuse me, he does have adequate mud flaps. So there is a positive. But still, not following a dump truck at 75 miles an hour with an uncovered load. Not happening. Yeah, I need to go in and switch it from chill to average. I never put it in chill, so I don't know why it's in chill mode on FSD. There are just a couple of things that would make my driving experience in FSD better, and one of them would be, unless I'm about to get into an accident or I enable the turn signal, don't switch lanes. Oh wow, she's gonna get out of this lane quicker today? Whoa, that was nice. Didn't wait till the end. I like it. Or, you could be assertive, take off from stoplights quick, and stuff without wanting to change lanes every 5 minutes. Or maybe what I want is, if the next navigational turn is less than a mile away at 45 miles an hour, or I don't know, it's more on the interstate, 2 miles away at 55 plus mile an hour, don't get out of the lane to make the turn to go around one car to try to get back in or something like that. I don't know. I realize other people probably drive like that, but that would not be me. Yeah, and there was one other thing I was going to say too, but... today on the interstate, what happened is I engaged FSD and I was doing like 76 miles an hour. And as soon as I engaged oh, is she going to go today? Because last week she wouldn't even consider going. Don't go. There's a car. Now you can go if you want. Go, go, go. I tapped on the accelerator and she wouldn't do it. She would not do it. Okay, now she'll go. Hopefully she'll stay in her lane. I didn't trust her to stay in her lane, and there was somebody on my right, so I took her out. She was probably okay, but she seems to not understand that intersection and how to properly work the... You know, she'll turn right on red downtown at an intersection. I don't know if she still does it, but she used to, no matter what. But back there where it's totally fair game and there's always a wide gap and it's perfectly safe to turn right on red, she doesn't go. What I was trying to say is, you know, I engaged FSD on the interstate. It's 70 mile an hour there. I was doing 76 because I had gotten in front of the dump truck. I had gone around him, and she immediately started slowing down to 70 mile an hour. Well, I didn't want to slow down to 70 mile an hour. I wanted her to engage where she was, which is what she used to do, but today she didn't do that. So is that because of 12.6.4, or is that because they've changed the autopilot settings and I don't have it set right, or what is that? So I don't know. You know, if you're at speed and you engage it on the interstate at a high rate of speed, you don't want the car to start slowing. The person behind you is not going to understand. It's not as safe. I don't know. I keep trying to engage FSD today and have a nice calm, happy drive, and even the turnpike wasn't happy today because of the dump truck. I don't get out enough. Apparently I need to get out more so I can be this frustrated every day. The solar gain felt so great when I got inside of Ruby, and then of course the air conditioning kicked on to cool it off a little bit before I really thought about it. My session went fine. We worked on my shoulder blade and my lower back with the magnetic field today. I'm headed over to Guardian Angel Apex, which you would expect. There was an ID4. I've also seen an EV9 and EV6. Trying to think if there was anything else, and a bunch of Teslas. So it's already, I was gonna say it's already 70 degrees, but we went through that shady spot there and Ruby says 67, but let me just tell you, it's definitely no coat day and probably short sleeve day out there. It's wonderful. Is this Hertz with an actual Tesla today? Yeah. I'm trying to get close enough to read the plate. Georgia. I'd say that's a Hertz car. Most likely. I do not see a thing on the glass though. Looks really new and pretty. There's also a Mach-E over there. But the Mach-E has a North Carolina plate, so I'm guessing that's a privately owned vehicle. Hard to say. Can't prove it either way. The closer spot was taken and I need the steps anyway. I love these. They're real glass and it's not painted. It's actually tinted. But I don't do tablescapes anymore. Not like I used to. But I really like those. And it may be warm outside, but it is pretty darn cold in here. That's a great looking vase. It reminds me of one of the recent Lego botanicals. And they've got it paired with this very pretty and interesting chair. They do a really nice job arranging and making things look inviting to purchase. Not Easter stuff out yet though. They had a donation of Legos while I was shopping. And so I left with this. It's got, I don't know, 3 or 4 plastic things in it that aren't Lego, but it's all new friend sets. I think I'm looking for the one piece that I saw. There's a carriage. there's this car. There's the Starry Night scene, and I know what that is. And I paid $15. It's about, I don't know, £3 maybe, $5 a pound. That's good. There's minifigures and animals, and it's clean, and it's pretty bright colors. It's Legos I would use. I turned down another set. Make friends with people, network where you go. It's good. It's good for them. It's good for you. It's good. There was, sorry, that's my Audible book. You know how it starts up automatically for you, which sometimes is good and sometimes it's not. You know, if it doesn't start up, you're like, why didn't it start up? But if it starts up when I'm filming, I'm like, darn it, not now. The AI, just the Neuralink chip just needs to know. I'm kidding. Anyway, they had saved a bin for me to look at, and it was all fortress castle 80s or 90s vintage stuff, and it was in good shape, but it's not stuff I'm interested in. There were a lot of horses in it, and with the special saddle piece. So I imagine what they were going to charge for it for the right person, that they would, you know, that would be a good find. But I turned that down. They were asking a little too much for the weight, in my opinion, and it wasn't Legos that I could use in my building, so it was a no. And then this other set came in, so that was a great find for $15 from my opinion. I went back and I got those 4 pink glasses. I did. And I bought one pink hurricane a vase. It's a vase is what it is. It's a really pretty pink etched vase. And that was all I bought in there today. So I actually won paper birthday bag for 25 cents. One of those, you know, handle bags. And that was my finds today. But the Legos was right when I was in the checkout line. Yes. I did see a Honda E, you know, E on the end instead of an A. It was a Prologue. Here's a Y. I'm not seeing too many super interesting EVs today. Is this an EV6? Maybe. Yes. I was able to see enough of the rear end to tell. Don helped me take inventory this morning, and I think I know what I need. There's a red S down there on the end. I'm here at the environmental park, spinning a couple of Pokestops, and I thought now's a good time to look at the autopilot settings, because I never remember when I'm leaving the house. Well, first off, I want to be in standard. I don't want to be in chill. I don't know how that happened. Second off, now that I understand things better, let's do a max offset of 10. I don't know why you would want to have it set to like 65 or some crazy number higher. I heard a few people complain about 40 being the default. I don't know why 40 is recommended, but you know, hey, I can come back and make it more again if that's the right thing to do. I don't know. I guess everything else I'm happy with. Let's change, but I don't know. I guess everything else I'm happy with. I have all the safety features on, except for I don't want to be assisted with the steering wheel moving me if it thinks I'm departing the lane, because that happened a couple times and it sort of freaked me out that it would try to re-steer me when I wasn't in autopilot. So I'm not going to do that. I don't know. The speed was still a little crazy sometimes today, and I'm thinking maybe it was because of this, so I'm going to try changing it. And I think, you know, they got rid of the way to tell it to not really change lanes. Some of us really like that feature if it worked. Don helped me unload the groceries, and it's beautiful outside, and my buddy asked his mama to come sit with him for a few minutes. Stripe and Morris are on the bench behind me, and Marty's in the wicker chair in the sun. Everybody's doing good. including Donnie. Donnie's doing good too.
That's right.
I brought us home some shrimp and some little neck clams. I'm gonna put the last of that roast in with the shrimp garlic sauce, and that's gonna be dinner.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna do the video with Gray, and then I'm gonna cook.
All right, sounds good.
After Ruby was out of the way, it was a no-brainer to come over here and ask the cats to follow. They're working their way this way. I convinced Don to come and sit with me for a few minutes. He told me not to get too comfortable because he could just see I was fixing to take a nap.
Yeah, well, I tell you, that sun hits you, it warms you up, man. It just wipes you out, man.
Yeah, us and the kitties are enjoying the sun. Don's hands are actually really cold because he was in the garage, and the garage is cold.
Yes.
And he's also sitting back there by that, you know, door in the corner of the bedroom, and probably the AC or the heat ain't running today.
Yeah, what?
It's just kind of just not doing much in there, although the air's circulating. But that corner can be too hot and too cold.
Yeah, it does both.
But yeah, when you got sun like this, warmth like this, it's over 70. In February, you're obligated to go outside and enjoy the fresh air for a few minutes. It's just
100% agree.
Yeah. So here's the junk that was in with the Legos. No big deal. There's some rocks, some Mega Blocks, a hair barrette, a little baby doll brush, a pen. Here's a couple of toys that aren't Legos, but are probably worth donating back to some little kid in a Ziploc. This is a set. I know what that is. The junior set castle is here. There's supposed to be a pet shop set in here per these instructions, and I would say it's probably here if this is the awning for it. So there's at least 3 sets in there. There's a whole bunch of minifigures. I just, you know, cleaned out the junk. I'm going to put it back in the bag. Now, I was looking to see if there were any light aqua tiles in here, and there are not, unfortunately. But there were some sand green pieces I pulled out. Printer's been busy. I printed 2 of these door corners today. I think this is a 9-color print. Don's left the prime tower over here. This is another tea light holder thing. One of the guys that designs these that I've printed some before, he just put this one out, and I really liked it, except for I made the hat gold, whereas he had left it orange like shenanigans. Anyway, there's the second one on the printer. He printed it, this design, really not a lot of infill, so it printed really quick and didn't use a lot of filament because you don't need a lot of filament.